to the land. And these people aren't paying proper property taxes either. No taxes on the land. How is it that it's okay? So I said, you know what? I said, I don't have, first of all, I'm under your jurisdiction. Why am I talking to you?
If he's not federal, you don't even need to
I don't need to talk to you. I said, in fact, I don't need to even deal with anybody who wants to complain. If they want to complain, they need to bring me to Supreme Court. And I'm not showing up, maybe not for that, because they're not qualified. So the officer hung up on me. I want to talk more.
That's our people. That's our people.
That is awesome. Yeah, I wanted to talk more.
So what happened was, then next thing you know, I'm going back to check on my property that we had already been in. I go with my cousin who can't drive because of certain situations, but he was available to ride with me. So we come and I have a big red truck, y'all. It's big and red. It's one of them extra long backs, cabs and extra long beds, and it's huge. They know me coming over the bridge. They already knew I was coming, and they had called ahead. I saw more police cars I ever seen, and they were circling. They were looking for me. So I went to the house. The people were there from New Jersey. But me being an asshole, I didn't stop. So I went to the house anyway. And I went to the door. And I walked around, I was checking, they had changed the locks back to something else, right? And then she comes to the other door, and she's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, Filipino lady, stop. Like, what are you doing? I said, this is our territory. You're on my property. I have a newspaper article with a sign that says no trespassing at this house. And guess what? When you say that it's no trespassing first, you created that rule. She did not tell me no trespassing. I told her. I notified them in the paper twice, by article and by legal posting, and personal letter registered. So who's trespassing? She's really trespassing by everything she's doing. So she's you can't, and the police, call the police. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I drive off. 2 police cars hit a U. And I'm tripping because they're hitting a U. And so I kind of go a little into the middle line, and they hit lights because they say I crossed the dash line.
They were just waiting.
They're waiting for me. So they claimed they had a capias. They had a warrant out. I'm like, a warrant? Now I'm like an idiot. I'm thinking, did I not pay a ticket or something?
Bench warrant vote on a claim.
They did it. So they said I had a capias. Then they sent a Negro representative out, and he was like, let me see your. He has to see my quitclaims. Whatever. I carry them because what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I got a copy of what the quitclaim. And let me tell you, everything I claim is under the patent. It's like being an Indian. It's okay. It's Accomac. Because you are who you are, you can claim it because it's yours. So it's granted from us to us, right? I also have a document I created, which is I claim the patent. I say, whereas we claim our patent, declare it and accept it in present day that belongs, you're declaring that this ancient patent from 1640 is ours today. And I embedded that. That's part of my quitclaim. It's not a regular quitclaim that they just give you at the courthouse. It is customized to what we're doing. What they didn't do is think about that or look at them, right? They just knew I was claiming land. So when they pick me up, I'm like, I'm on a live. So I'm like, should I fight this? These dumb young officers, they're questioning me about if my Indian, what is this? There's a little Mexican kid claiming he's, I don't know what, everything. And so he's claiming, what are you? And I'm just all this dumb stuff. And so I'm like, okay. So then they say I'm under arrest because there's a capias. They're saying that I failed to appear. Nobody told me to appear. Was that phone call supposed to be appearing? Because that wasn't. That was, and as a matter of fact, at the end of that phone call with that officer, I said, your friends are doing this kind of stuff. He says, they're no friends of mine. He wasn't, like trying to tell me I was in trouble. He was like, this is crazy. I don't know what I'm, what I mean? He's like, let me out of here. He was like that. So I mean, so I end up, so I get in the police car. I was on live. I was on the phone call. I was on several things. So I ended up getting in the back of the car and going. And I was like, except for thinking that I might have actually done something wrong, I was okay, right? Got in there. They drove me into the basement. They had me handcuffed behind my back the whole time, handcuffed to a bench. I wait for hours. I don't know why I'm in there. They don't even tell me why I'm in there. Hours, I just wait. Then I hear them talk about, well, when you serve a warrant, this is the older ladies in there saying, well, when you serve the warrant, you gotta, give this and give that and give that. And it's 51 indictments. And I said, ooh, somebody got a whole lot of charges.
Not one or two.
51.
Jeez. So they give me the paperwork. I got 51 charges against me. 51 indictments. And I'm like, it's me. I start laughing. And the people, the officers in there like look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, I must have done something right. They mad, man. They mad.
That's our people. That's our people.
I did something right. How did I get them this mad that they're going to make 51 charges against me? I'm a nurse. I ain't never even been in detention in school. How in the world? So I'm like, okay, this is crazy. So I said, all right. So they're looking like, what's wrong with this lady? I said, hey, I said, oh, so they gave me they charged me for 29 liens against property or encumbrance. Well, I never filed a lien. It can't be an encumbrance because why? Because every claim I did, they said it was null and void because they couldn't transfer. Right. And I had already given those county officials notice for a malicious, for malice, for malfeasance, malfeasance. They didn't do their job. So they got notice months ago for not transferring the property, so they said, which they don't have the authority to do. But I got paper trails on that. They know, so that thing. Then they get added 22 charges of conspiracy on just random of the property, and they didn't name a co-conspirator. So I'm co-conspirating by myself. So I'm like, they really wanted me in the jail.
The power of one.
They just wanted me. They just wanted to scare me. Yeah. But that's called terrorism, y'all. Mm-hmm. When you actually 100%. Abduct someone, which is arrest and abduct, and then you do it because you're trying to stop them, right? That defines terrorism. So I'm like, they terrorizing. Well, what they gonna do? Lock up a nurse that's 60 years old, and that's good. That makes sense. And then what else? You're gonna what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like Mandela, right? Mm-hmm. You know, South Africa's they kind of got it turned around now. So why are they trying to expedite things turned around? They stupid, right? Because you make me into a martyr, you lock me up or kill me. It's just gonna speed things up, right? It's gonna escalate everything. So I don't know what they thought that they were going to do, but I think they didn't even know that I had those quit claims written like I did. I think those dumb heifers over there just said, yeah, she just claimed the money property, and just gave them the instrument numbers. And so they thought that they had me for actually doing something, me personally. But like I said, out of the 29, I only got one with my name on it. So what do they got? And fuck, it's not even a lien. Or an encumbrance. So what they've claimed I've done is none of it's true. So when I talk to lawyers, though, this is the problem. 51 charges.
They
so
did that so something would stick.
They did it so I can't afford a defense. Because 51 charges, they say $5,000 per charge. Wow. They say it's like a $250,000 case because of those 51 charges. They did that. Right? They did that to make it like, oh, you can't get nobody to defend. But I don't need nobody to defend this shit. I know it's retarded to really defend yourself in a criminal case, but this is really asinine. See, and that's why you know how corrupt the legal system is. Because it's like, if you were a good attorney, and I can tell you all the lies, and I just told y'all all the daggone layer of lies this is, you would say, girl, I'll get the money on the back end. We're suing the hell out of these people for this, right? That's what a real good attorney, if anybody was really
That's right.
decent out there, they would be like, don't worry about this. After we get through suing the pants out for them, for what they've done to you, I'm going to get my money.
And we go through the same thing up here with the justice system as well. Like to bring our case forward with the legal system at hand right now is very biased against us. They don't want us to rise with the factual historical evidence and who we are to reclaim back to the lands.
Right. But I do have precedent because of when reclaiming ourselves and being who we are. A little Indian woman named Cynthia appeared. And Cynthia was like, I'm Indian, no, I got that. Everybody thinks Cynthia's a wild girl. Well, she is. She's a wild girl. But Cynthia would be out in the rain like this with a picket sign over in front of PNC Bank by herself.
Go ahead, Cynthia. Go ahead.
That was my rider. I was like, I got one person, that's all I need, right? It was like, I got Cynthia. Cynthia calls me. She's like, Chief Lisa, I got a issue. I was trying a little cocaine. I was like, cocaine? How you She's like, yeah, and I thought I was gonna die. I called 911, and I was in the ER, and I still thought I was gonna die. And so I had to show them what I took, because I was scared. I'm like, okay. And then after I got out, the police came, and they were like trying to, get me to turn evidence. They arrested me. They get me to be an informant, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, that's messed up. What the world? And she said, and I said, well, what am I supposed to do? Wait. Okay. I'm like, what? And so I was like, okay. But then I said, let's rock this out Indian, right? Let's rock this out as Indians. You want to do this? Sure, we'll rock it out. Okay. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and write a letter, because I know, I'm researching the law. There's a safe harbor law. And I'm a nurse, so I know we don't make overdose of people into criminals. That's bullcrap. They don't arrest people in the emergency room. That's bullcrap. And they was pressuring her and didn't Mirandaize her. You can't read her rights when with any narcotic, you have rebound effects when you recover them. So they may be okay and sober for a minute, but they're going to be back again. And you don't know when that's going to happen. So she could have been under the influence. So that I also wrote up. And I sent that to the district attorney. And I said, this is what happened. You can't, first of all, she's not in your jurisdiction. Because, honey, she had done, see, now we do affidavits. We declare to the authorities as individual Accomacs who we are, that they misclassified us. She had that notarized copy of that paperwork. So I said, bring that to the DA with this letter, and I'm telling them that she's under our jurisdiction. She's protected by her people. She's protected by her nation. She also has, you have no authority. She is protected by the safe harbor law. Okay, and we are representing her as a nation. So did that. Then all of a sudden, 2 days later, Cynthia got scared. Felony. Cynthia got scared, and Cynthia hired a lawyer. I didn't blame her. I was disappointed, but also relieved. But she got a lawyer, and the little lawyers around there, all they do is escort our people to court, and that's all lawyers do, is they escort you to jail. Here you go. Here is a shorter trip to jail, but you're going. You know what I mean? They're making you a criminal no matter what, right? So a few months later, Cynthia says, Lisa, they're gonna make me a felon. Make you a felon? You're not a felon. Where they go? You have a criminal background for what? You're a victim. Then they're gonna make her pay restitution. She lost her job because of this. She lost her job. She had no job because of the arrest. and then they're gonna make her pay restitution, and she's gonna have a daggone record. I'm like, oh hell no! So I was in there. I said, get it, come on, get you. I'm coming to get you. So I got her in the truck. We drive out to the DA's office, and I'm like, you can't do this. I said, she's not under your jury. He wouldn't even look me out. He's looking at the ground. The tall guy. Looking at the ground. I said, oh, so you know you're criminalizing her. You're making her a criminal. What is she supposed to do? She can't get a job. She's gonna be a criminal. She has no other choice to make money. What are you doing? She's not under your jurisdiction, and she falls under safe harbor. Oh, what I can see is that you are not the attorney of record. I can't really talk to you. Okay. Bye. Go out to the truck. Fire her now! Fire her! She's on the phone. She fired the attorney. Then I get back. Yeah, I get back. She fired. Got back into my truck. I'm heading to Georgia. Get back to Georgia. Yeah, Lisa, I was telling everybody, you gonna be representing me. I said, no. Don't be telling me. I'm your tribal chief. Indian stuff, not lawyer stuff.
No, wait, she was free too, so you know.
I'm like, oh, Lord. So then I said, I'm drafting up something else. I said, okay, there's a change. It's a document that says you're moving this attorney to another representation. I made it up. It's not something that I made up. It actually exists if you change attorneys. But I customized it for me being her chief, being a representative. So I said, she's being represented by her chief. Miss Dagon Carter, whoever, is no longer representing her, right? And I said, I stated the same thing. She falls in the safe harbor law. She's under our jurisdiction, and you didn't Mirandarize her, and you try to make her be an informant, which is improper, right? So, I said, Cynthia, walk that into the DA and the court. Okay, do that tomorrow. Okay, all right. Talk to her the next day. Hey, Cynthia, you walking in? I faxed it.
Oh.
Faxed it, so you don't know where it went. What do you want? We faxed it? You didn't walk it in? So I'm like, okay, walk it in tomorrow. Walk it in. Okay. This is what she's doing. Call her up. Look at Lisa, guess what? I walk into the courtroom and the guy, the officer at the desk said, oh, your name sounds familiar. And he said, oh yeah, your case got dismissed.
Hey!
Never went to court. Never had any charges. Everything gone. So that's what Cynthia taught me was the power we have, right? So they know that I know we got power. So that's why they're trying to jail me. Because I know what we're capable and what we are not even permitted, what we have the power to do, what we have the right to do.
What they did is brought the guard out in you. And you whipped it on them.
I don't know if that, but they brought something, but I don't know if that. But the reality is we have that. They know that I know because Cynthia walks to the, and then Cynthia, of course, let me test it again because she got in trouble again, posted things on Facebook. They turned it into a misdemeanor, and they were her actual husband was cheating on her, and she posted pictures of her actual husband coming out of his lover's house. And she said, have a nice day, honey. She didn't say nothing derogatory. Have a nice day. But he had his girlfriend go to court and claim a protective order against her, but the magistrate took it further and made it a misdemeanor. And so I had to go to court with her on that, but that also got dismissed. We actually went to court on that, but got it dismissed. Just good. They didn't want me coming. They actually said they didn't want me coming. They told her they didn't want me in the courthouse, but I was in there. Okay, so they know I know what can be done. So with this, I'm gonna let this. They gave me. I was in the court last week during my hearing, and they were supposed to give me a court date. They did not. The guy who's the constable or whatever, he was like, you go out there. He's the daggone security. Why are you telling me? Brother was like, and I was like, okay. So I got up and went and got a free attorney, right? I said, I'm a nurse. I don't know if I'm going to be able to work after this or not, but, I guess, really no money, right? So, yeah, I guess I need an attorney. Plus, it's about $250,000, so I don't know. So they gave me a name of a court-appointed attorney. Haven't really talked to him at all. He's texted me and he's emailed me. But I've sent him plenty. And we as a nation have already filed to have it removed from court. We've already filed, we've already been to the embassy of Cuba to talk to them about becoming allies. We're trying to build power outside of Virginia and in the United States. Build friendships and allies with people so that, they can't just do whatever they want.
Correct.
And keep it a secret, right? So that's the thing. So, yeah, I'm going to let him ride it out for as long as he can. I gave him instructions this week that I need you to get this dismissed based upon this immediately. We don't need to wait for a court date. He needs to file an immediate motion to dismiss. What is he doing? So that's where I'm at. And so, Hilda calls me thinking Lisa's on lockdown because I have a pretrial probation officer.
I was sending spirit to the girl.
I'm literally out free because my sister paid the bail, So I'm like, okay. So she's like, where are you? I'm here. She's like, you're here. I said, I'm here. And I so everybody was like crossing fingers that I could make it out of the States over here. They're like,
we were worried. We were worried with the indictment charges, right? We weren't sure if they're going to let her across.
Right.
But
So,
then what did I do?
You did a lot of praying.
I did a lot of praying, but then I did a lot of screaming.
Yes.
I said, ah!
Because I was here.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's where it is. I am still like in limbo, but like I said, they're gonna either they off me, which would be stupid, they jail me, which would be dumb, or we're gonna have a whole lot of money. That's all I gotta say. Thank you, everybody.
And they're going to have a whole lot of problems. Thank you, Chief Cypress. Love you, my sister. Yes, we are. We all sisters, baby. Power up in the house.
We're just going to take a quick break.